Alrighty guys, your favorite auditor, audit them. The one who encourages you to audit them. We are out west, Chicago Police Department. We're gonna serve them a FOIA form. Out of our binder, right out of our binder. We just left a couple agencies as we speak. So with that being said, let's go ahead and serve these folks with a FOIA form. We might just hand them a general FOIA form. Let's see. Who is the sergeant on duty? As you see, I don't see nothing displayed prominently. Some government publications. Speaking of the sergeant. Is that the sergeant? Hey, buddy, how's it going? Monitoring government here to ensure it's being conducted in the public interest. How do you feel?
Feel pretty good.
Okay, my friend, I just want to hand you a FOIA form. There's a
We
duty.
don't handle FOIAs here.
Oh, yes, they
handle
do.
that at 35th and Michigan.
No, sir, that's all wrong. You can't inconvenience the people to go to downtown.
We don't handle FOIAs here.
Yes, they do.
No, they do not. They
My
handle
friend,
them at
listen,
35th and
Sergeant,
Michigan.
Sergeant, under Section 3C specifies upon a public body receiving a FOIA request, it has a duty to immediately forward it over to its public information officer, FOIA officer. All this agency would have to do, either fax it over, email it, or send it via USPS mail. Once they receive it, they'll know how to deal with it. Sergeant,
Peterson.
what's your name?
Peterson?
Yeah. Do you recall under the policy, Chicago Acknowledgement Policy, the first line that you signed that says, I remember I am a public servant? Do you remember that line?
I don't specifically remember, but I
It was a
will
long
agree
time
with you.
ago.
I will agree with you.
Yes, sir. Okay. So also in that, it mentions, I have your policy here as we speak.
Okay.
Let's check it out. It's called the Chicago Employment Commitment, and that's under tab 20. So what we're going to do here, let me pull it out of the sleeve. Sergeant, you are an honorable man. Here, let me show the people first. Here it is. Here's what you signed. And in that, my friend, under number 10, actually number 4, it says, what you're doing, you treat the member with respect and be responsible and forthcoming in meeting their requests for information. Not only does the Illinois Freedom of Information Act say the duty of the public body is to forward over these requests, also your Chicago policy says that. Here it is. Number 1, I remember that I am a public servant who must place loyalty to the federal and Illinois constitutions, laws, and ethical principles above my private gain or interest. Your private gain, not you personally, but any employee, their private gain might be cocky. They feel cocky, that's their private gain, why they wouldn't comply with these. Anyhow, let's make this short and simple, sir. I'm going to hand you a FOIA form. Would you be willing to give me just a single copy of what I hand you? That's all it is.
See a copy?
No, hand me a physical copy of what I hand you.
Okay.
That's all. Here's my FOIA. Let me pull it out.
And depending on what it says. Thank you.
Sir, it doesn't matter what it says.
It actually does.
No, because my FOIA form indicates...
This is not a public copy, so that's why it matters. Okay? So, depending on what you hand me,
Sure.
I may be allowed to make a photocopy.
I am listening, Sergeant. I am listening.
So-
And Sergeant, depending on how you remain professional, we want to put a vote in to get you in a lieutenant uniform.
Oh, I will be there soon.
Yeah, we want to get you as a lieutenant, put you in a job as a lieutenant. But that's only if you're
I already
forthwith.
took the exam,
Okay.
so it doesn't have anything to do with this. But I'll remain respectful
Okay,
because
sir.
that's how I am anyway.
Yes, it seems like it.
So I'll take a look at your form.
Sure. Give me a couple seconds. Let me pull it out of the
Sure.
sleeve here. All right, Sergeant, let me take a walk over to that desk so I could scribble on my paper, and I'll be right back in a second.
Okay.
All right. Do you have a physical card with your detail on it?
I do not, but I can always give you whatever information you
Sure,
want.
I just needed the last name on your badge there and star. What was it?
Peterson, that's with an O
Common-
and a
okay.
T, and 1198 is my badge number.
1198.
Correct.
Thank you, sir. 1198 Peterson. Give me a minute here. Alrighty, I have my form filled out here. See, the department is also required to prominently display these records, but we'll talk with a higher up at a later time. Okay, Mr. Peterson, Sergeant, I have my FOIA filled out here.
Okay.
I just need a copy of this page, my
I will
friend.
take a look at it. But
Sure.
While I'm looking at it, I'm going to show you where in our general orders it shows
I am listening.
exactly where you can obtain
Okay,
what you need.
okay, my friend. Can I have this? Can I have this?
If you'd like to.
I'll have this. But this, your policy does not supersede the actual law of the state of Illinois, which what you have in your hand there. That's
This is not
FOIA.
from an Illinois compiled statute.
No, of course it is. It has the identifiers on there. It has all relevant identifiers on it. Where to forward it over, what to do, everything's all included, my friend. That's a professional slip there. Remember, my friend, we got to promote you to a lieutenant. Let's be transparent here.
I am
I'm a
transparent,
private- I'm a
which is
private-
Exactly why I gave you
Right,
that.
I'm acting as a private person today. Just need a copy of that, that's all. I put on top there that I handed it to the Honorable Peterson.
Well, it doesn't have to be immediate. You're gonna have to keep going back out and going back in. It'll be, you can say generating PDF.
It says that it's an error file.
Right. Because that is. So, let's take a second. But yeah, you'll have to keep on exiting out, going back in. Traffic crashes are really, sometimes they can take hours.
Well, yeah.
And it's a good thing that you gave me this, because your form that you handed me is defective and nonconformity with the actual Illinois Freedom of Information
Okay.
Act. So all that tells me is that I got to go to Michigan, sit down and speak with the Esquires in there for
Absolutely.
them to correct the form that
Absolutely.
you folks hand out to the people.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But that's exactly where you need
No,
to take that.
sir. No, 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 no.
So,
Are you willing to make me a copy of this?
you need to take that.
Okay, here's what we'll do. Let me pause this.
The address that I gave you.
Let me take a digital image of my form. Give me a minute. Okay, I took a digital image of my form, sir.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave this here on the counter. It is in your possession. It is to be forwarded over under section 3C.
Now, I did advise you the address to go to and how to obtain it.
No,
And that
sir.
was not part of the advisement.
Okay,
So,
well, this is in your
I will not be
possession.
taking custody of that.
Okay, it's on your
You
counter.
You could take it with you if you wish to, or you can fill out a new form when you get to the new destination, the destination I told you where it is. Okay?
No, sir.
That's up to you.
Here it
but
is, right
this
here.
is not where you submit.
Of course it is. Here it is. Here's the code. And this is what it reads here, right on your page. It says, as stated under section 5 ILCS 143C of this act, all requests for inspection and copying received by a public body shall immediately be forwarded over to its Freedom of Information officer or designee. That's the
and
right
that's
answer.
At that office. This
No,
is not the body.
this is a public
So,
body. Of course it is.
I am part of a public body.
Of
but
course,
I am
yes.
not the depository
Sir,
for that.
sir,
I
here's the
gave you
FOIA.
address.
Okay,
It says right here, in person, Monday through Friday, at Public Safety Headquarters Building, Records Inquiry Section of the Chicago Police Department, located at 3510 South Michigan Avenue, first floor, from 8 a.m. to, says 1500 hours, which is 3 p.m.
Sergeant,
Except for holidays.
I hear what you're saying. There's a right and there's a wrong. There's two ways how this situation could be took, sir. I can leave this on the counter here. You can destroy this public record because it's in your custody, but destruction of a public record under State Records Act 160 is a felony to destroy with or conceal public record. I'm going to leave this on your counter.
It also says that you can email that.
Of course, that's an additional
FOIA.
option, but that's your
You could also
requirement, sir.
facsimile it to it
Yes.
to 312-745-6948.
Now, do you hear how unreasonable that is, that you're unwilling to forward or fax it over as it is the public body's duty?
Well, these are the rules that I have to abide by.
Sir, these
So-
are not the rules. This is a state law that's mentioned on this form. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave it on the counter, sir. I took an image. I claim that I handed it over to Sergeant Peterson with your star number. It's up to you whether you want to trash this public record, which is now in your custody.
I'm not going to touch it, sir.
Okay.
So you can leave it there if you wish.
Yes.
I will not be destroying it. No, don't leave it there.
Okay.
You can leave it in the public area because I am not receiving it.
Okay, sir. No, sir. That's in your custody.
Not on my desk.
Okay. My FOIA request is submitted with this agency. Like I said, Sergeant, we like to see you become... Sergeant, you are an honorable man. You are an honorable man, and we like to see you as a lieutenant someday.
Address of the Chicago Police Department. Also in person, Monday through Friday, at the Public Safety Headquarters Building,
Okay.
Records Inquiry Section of the Chicago Police Department, located at 3510 South Michigan Avenue, first floor, from 0800 to 1500 hours, except holidays.
Sergeant-
You can also send via email to foia@chicagopolice.org or via facsimile message to 312-745-6948.
Sergeant, what is the name of the active lieutenant on duty?
That is Lieutenant Flisk.
Is he or she available to speak to?
Sure, he was just out here. I'll go get him.
Sure, thank you. See, there's going to come a time when I need to focus in on police stations to have their records prominently displayed. Because here, this address here has its separate total amount of operating budget. Whatever they're doing in this building, the total amount is subject to public disclosure, meaning it has to be on display. Okay, along with their organizational chart and everything else. Please, guys, let me know if my camera footage is more clear now that I found the stabilization button on the cell phone built in. So hopefully we could get that going.
He's been informed of when he's available to come up, he will come up.
He's not available now.
He's in the middle of doing a shooting report.
Okay, my
So
friend.
He's a little occupied.
Yes. Well, anyhow, sir, I'm just leaving my FOIA form here. Just do the right thing. Just forward it over as required by law. We need guys like you to do right with the community, my friend. You are an honorable man.
I am,
Okay.
and I intend to remain that way.
Okay. Anyhow, sir, I left my FOIA here. I believe it's in good hands with you. Have a wonderful day, sir. Thank you. Alrighty, so we left our FOIA request on the counter. Have a good day, officers. We left our FOIA request with this public body. Man, that officer. So now listen, now he's trying to convince us that he doesn't want to do anything with that. He's just going to leave that on the counter. The sad thing is that whatever he decides he wants to do with that could be construed as he's destroying a public record, right? Think about how unethical some of these people are. This is an administrative building. What, does he believe that he can't accept a single piece of paper, which is a FOIA, make a copy and tell me to have a good day like others did? Well, we'll see what's going on. You guys leave the feedback in the comment section, the one who encourages you to audit them.